Thank you so much for staying with us. It's time to talk some NBA basketball. The New York Knicks beat the Washington Wizards 118-109 to book their place in the NBA playoffs. Quentin Grimes and Jalen Brunson both scored 27 points to give the Knicks a fourth successive win. Here are the highlights.
Julius Randle out for the New York Knicks. First quarter action, Wright finds Kispert for the corner three. Kispert, this time, drives, hits the jumper in the lane. 21-19, Washington's up. Jalen Brunson drives in with the Euro step, makes the layup for the Knicks. Knicks up. Then Wright drives, kicks it to Kispert for three. Wright to Kispert again for three. Washington up 59-51. For Washington, Gafford with a two-handed dunk. Wizards up 61-53, and that is your halftime score. Fourth quarter, Josh Hart rolls his ankle. You can see number 3, he goes down holding his ankle. It's unfortunate right there. The right ankle rolls. New York was up by 10 at that point. Josh Hart limping. Jalen Brunson finds Quentin Grimes for three. Grimes had 27 points, 5 assists. Brunson with the ball on the wing, puts it on the floor, gets the runner. Jalen Brunson had 27 points, 8 assists. New York Knicks winning. Final score, Wizards 109, Knicks 118.
Meanwhile, the Dallas Mavericks face a struggle to reach the playoffs following their loss to the Atlanta Hawks. Kyrie Irving scored 41 points, his highest since joining the Mavericks last month, but it wasn't enough to avoid a close defeat. Let's have a look at those highlights.
Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks getting set to host Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. In the first quarter, Kyrie Irving goes behind the back. Nice finish. Dallas is up 14-10. For the Hawks, DeJounte Murray, nice bounce pass to Jalen Johnson, who throws it down. Hawks up 21-19. Murray, with the nice handles, gets the floater in the lane. Hawks up 54-49. In the second quarter, Hawks are up by 1. Trae Young, nice ball fake, scoops it in for the score. Halftime score, Atlanta up 70-66. Fourth quarter action, Luka Doncic hits the baseline fadeaway. Doncic had 22 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. Irving with the crazy handles, finishing with the reverse lay-in on the baseline. Irving walking it up, knocks down the jumper. Irving had 41 points on 16 for 27 shooting. Now tied at 121. John Collins' jumper no good, but Sadiq Bey gets the tip in. Christian Wood is fouled on the drive. After making the first free throw, he misses the tying free throw attempt. The ball is tipped out and Mavs retain possession. With 0.4 seconds left in the game, Luka lobs to JaVale McGee, but he's fouled by Capella. JaVale misses the first free throw, but makes the second free throw to tie the game. It's now tied at 123 apiece. Overtime, and Young brings it across half court. Nice lob to Capella. Young had 24 points and 12 assists. The Hawks hold on to win it. Final score, Atlanta 132, Dallas 130.
Well, joining us from his alma mater, St. Mary's College in Saint Lucia, is Alister Albert. Good afternoon.
Friday. Good afternoon, guys. Thanks for having me and allowing me to be here at my secondary school talking to you about NBA basketball.
Yeah, of course. No problem anytime. So, Alister, of course, the Mavs hitting a slump, not in a proper time in the season, because this is not a good time to be hitting a slump. What do you make of their performances?
Absolutely not a good time to be in the slump. And I think what we've seen here is a little bit of what happened with that trade that they made to get Kyrie Irving in and losing guys like, Dorian Finney-Smith, who's one of their best perimeter defenders who could help them, stop teams from putting up 132 points on them. It's a bit difficult for them to be in this position because, they're trying to salvage a season and this whole period of having Kyrie Irving on the team was a bit of a test for Mark Cuban and the front office to see how Luka Doncic plays with another superstar next to him. And so far, it looks like it's an absolute failure. So, for them, it's something they need to kind of really reflect on. But, there's not much time to regain their grounds in the standings. And they're going to have to have a really long, hard look at what they did and how they could kind of fix this team moving forward.
Yeah, there's a notion that Kyrie made the Mavs worse, and I want to hear your take on that because Dallas fell from the number 5 seed in the West to number 11 since Kyrie came into the team. It's just plain talk, or?
Yeah, no. It's there's something behind that. Wherever there's smoke, there's fire. I think what we see here, that precipitous drop from the 4th or 5th seed all the way out of the play-in tournament seedings, it kind of shows that their chemistry is messed up and they're now in a situation where they're just confused as to what to do. Who's the leadership they're supposed to follow, and who is the team being built around? Of course, when Luka Doncic was there, the team was really built around him, and guys were able to know their positions on the court, know where to be, getting ready for open catch and shoot shots and all that sort of stuff. But with Kyrie Irving into the fold, what he does, he commands so much attention, and because he's so brilliant with the basketball, one of the things, I don't think you've ever heard someone blame someone for their brilliance affecting their team, but he's so brilliant with the basketball. What you can see in the highlight here is guys kind of stopping and watching what he's doing because he needs to get in that rhythm and dribbling and kind of get into his spots. And it takes away from the guys being able to, get in rhythm and get their shots and everything. And also, like I said earlier, on defense. So he's a dynamic player. One of the things I would like to say about him, he's a force. Kyrie Irving is a force, but he's not a force multiplier. He doesn't make others around him totally better. And this is what we see with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, do you get the sense that the Mavericks can make the play in Alister at least?
I actually don't think so. There's about 4 or 5 games left, and the Pelicans, the Lakers, the Timberwolves. These guys are really hungry, and they're trying to improve their seedings as well. So the Dallas Mavericks have a lot to do. They have to kind of really look at the mirror, understand what their defensive sets are, and kind of run plays that work for their team. But if they can't do this up to this point, I kind of really have a really pessimistic overview for them for the rest of the games going down into the postseason.
Right, and we should talk about the Knicks, of course. They have secured their playoff spot. They've been consistent over the last few games. Do you see them continuing on this trend?
It's been really good to see what the Knicks have done this season. I think Jalen Brunson is definitely the catalyst for that. He came in from the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, you see what happens to the Mavericks losing a dynamic player like that and insert him into the New York Knicks, and he's just been that force that I think they needed alongside Julius Randle. Their consistency, I think, right now is going to kind of pay dividends, I think, in the first round. Right now, it looks like they're playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is going to be a really tough matchup for them. But I think they're going to make a little bit of noise in that first round and the rest of the way as they try to continue to show that they are a respectable Knicks team who are not going to be easy to put out.
Right, and Quentin Grimes, in my opening, I spoke about him. He went for 27 in an interview. He said he was asked about what changes he's made to his game. Of course, knowing that Julius Randle and company, they've been out because of injuries. Yeah. And he said he's been playing a bit more aggressive. He's been playing harder than he expected, and it has been working for him. How do you rate this Quentin Grimes, and what do you think about the improvement that we've seen from him game after game?
He is one of the reasons why Donovan Mitchell is actually on the Cavaliers and not on the New York Knicks. They actually really trust him and think that he's an asset to this team, and they didn't want to create a trade package that would allow the Utah Jazz to get him in a swap for Donovan Mitchell. So Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel quickly, RJ Barrett, these were the guys they wanted to keep. And I think the repetition with Tom Thibodeau, they've been able to kind of understand what his system requires and kind of play with an all-star like Julius Randle. I think the continuity has really helped guys like that coming into the season, and then you add a guy like Jalen Brunson, who is a score-first point guard, but he is still a floor general and knows how to get his guys into the positions that they need to be in. So guys like Emmanuel Quickly and Quentin Grimes and like these guys, they have a leader that they can follow and know where to be to produce. And, they're being more aggressive. Julius Randle is out. And all of this is going to be really good for them going into the postseason. So, I'm really happy for them. Let's see what the New York Knicks do this whole season.
Yeah, speaking about being happy for them, one of my co-hosts, Ricardo Chambers, he is a Lakers fan. He's been extremely optimistic about them. So much so that he thinks they're going to make the playoffs. They have 6 wins in their last 7 games. What do you think?
I think they have a chance. The team is playing really well. LeBron James has... Yeah, they have a chance. I think, they've come in and, they played really well. LeBron James has come in and, it hasn't really slowed their momentum down. I think the last time we spoke about the Lakers, I said LeBron really just needs to understand what his place is in the team and the league right now. You're not the face, well, you are one of the faces of the NBA because your history is great, 20 years in the league, scoring leader and all of that. But, on this team, you are on the way out. You need to pass that proverbial torch on to Anthony Davis. And we saw it from him last night with 40 points, leading that team over a Houston Rockets team that, of course, was not really, shouldn't be any competition for them. And I think, the Lakers right now, they're in a groove. D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, he's playing remarkable basketball. During that time while LeBron was out, he got a lot of reps and was able to prove that, he's a really good integral rotational piece. And, these guys are playing really good right now. So, I think they will make the playoffs. Ricardo, I don't know how much further the first round they will go. But, it's great to see that they're in that position to make some noise.
Well, I told you guys probably, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago that the Lakers would definitely make the playoffs. Now we're so close to being there, just, 1 win behind the Clippers.
And the Warriors.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's looking pretty good, Mariah Ramarak.
Well, you've been very optimistic.
Yeah, they just have to continue as they are. Let's see, continue to be this aggressive. AD hopefully stays healthy, and the guys just continue to play as they are. And I think they will actually secure that 6th or 7th seed and kind of go from there.
Mariah isn't happy. I'm going to start calling her Hater Ramarak.
No, that doesn't fit me. I'm not a hater. But Alister, I'm not a hater, so I'm going to tell you, continue enjoying your time in Saint Lucia. Of course, we're living vicariously through you. So we'll chat again soon. Have fun. St. Lucia is so beautiful.
Will do. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time.
Alister Albert there, our NBA analyst. Well, the regular season of the NBA ends on April 9th with the play-in set for April 11 to 14. The playoffs start on April 15th, so remember, keep it locked to Sportsmax for continued coverage of the NBA. It's break time now.